Yo, this is your boy Nubis Can't Be Stopped, and I'm back again with another video about gaming. And this is the discussion that we're going to have today, is what do we think the state of gaming is anymore? I want to go into the whole Ubisoft thing. Well, Ubisoft has just recently closed down X-Defiant, and initially...
You're good at this.
It's basically going to shut down their San Francisco studio and lay off a lot of people, you know. And I wonder, is laying off a lot of people really what's happening right now in the whole gaming community? Yes. In the whole grand scheme of things, people hate to realize the fact of self-inflicted wounds, you know?
Here we go.
Self-inflicted wounds like that. Just basically not listening to your...
Let's get this over with.
Not listening to your gamer base, you know, all that stuff. Listening to your gamer base is a video game company right now. There is too much competition out here in the ether for people just to think that they can make any and everything, and then people are just going to buy it just because it's a title that they love first or anything like that.
Let's say
you have to really make a game that is good, because I'm going to tell you like this, no one out here is going to spend their hard-earned money on something just because, oh wow, it's a new version of this, it's a new version of that, you know? You got to think about these things when you're making video games and we're developing video games. Is it something that people want to play? Is it something that people would pick up? Is it something that people would save their check up to get? You know? Like, new technology always is a plus, because new technology will always guarantee that we are going to go out and buy it. You know, you got to have the latest, especially when it comes to tech, you know. Tech is one of those things that if you don't get the latest, you're a little bit behind the 8-ball with functionality and stuff, you know. So we go out, we buy the newest gear, we buy the newest headsets, controllers, and other things. We get the new SSD cards, we get the upgraded...
Don't hold back.
Specs for all the new games that are coming out. We get the best TV for all the special things that come along with it, like the HD, the 4K, you name it. We'll go for it because that's what we're looking for in our gaming experience, you know? Like, we go out and buy the new phone because the new phone is faster. We can get our text messages and emails and stuff out quicker. Like, I have a Samsung instead of an iPhone because, in my opinion, Samsung is faster, it's a better quality, it integrates with much more things. I don't have to just totally Samsung, I can buy something else and I can use it live with it, you know? So it's not like it's something that's going to be detrimental to communicating with people either, because now that there is like, what do you call them? Now it's like we have video call on almost every single social media. Instagram, Meta, X, all these different places that are allowing for video calls now and things of that nature. So you don't really need an iPhone just for FaceTime or whatever it is that people were really buying the iPhone for, you know? A lot of people were buying the iPhone just because of FaceTime and stuff like that. Now with all these other ones that allow you to do that, what's the purpose of buying a iPhone, you know? It's a very interesting question. But when it comes to gaming, PlayStation, Xbox, even the Nintendo, it's coming down to what's fun. What is going to be fun? What is going to bring future fun to the platform? Is it a platform game or is it something better, you know? Like Final Fantasy VII, I've been playing this game since I was in high school, basically, when it first came out. It was like one of the few games that I really took over my time. Because I love the storyline behind it. I love the cutscenes and all the good stuff that come along with playing this game. Like the visuals of this game, even to this day, looking up at this game just does something to me. Being up underneath a reactor and the whole world that's underneath here. The slash and turn-based combat that used to be here.
If this is what you want.
Even though it's not turn-based anymore, it still has a hint of that nostalgia, like Abbey Children, you know? Something that you just can't get from everywhere, you know? You can't get this stuff from everywhere.
Was never in doubt.
I played Division 2, I played Ubisoft games and stuff like that, and I do believe Ubisoft has some turmoil right now coming on the fact that they didn't listen to their gamer base at the time that they should have, and I do believe that was detrimental to them. I hate to see them going through that because they have so many good games that I play, you know. And X-Defiant being shut down after they said they wouldn't shut it down does not give me hope for the franchises of Division, Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, you name it. It doesn't give me hope for those games because at some whim, y'all feel something's not profitable, it's game over. No pun intended, but it's game over, right? So my question to you is, if it's game over for those games, and let's face it, the player base was high as heck for X-Defiant when it first dropped, which is like any other game that it would be high, you know. But 5 million.
If this
5
is what
million
you want.
people chose to play your game. That's right out the gate, you know. You just can't get that stuff like that all the time. That's that. And to have that be one of the feats that they hit, that's amazing.
Told you so.
PlayStation with their remakes right now, I dig some. Like the Final Fantasy remake, I can get with that. They're nothing, you know.
Compared to us, at
I
least.
can definitely get with that, for sure. Now, a lot of people don't like the fact that they're remaking a lot of games and stuff like that. They're like, well, why don't they make something new? I agree, why not make something new? But while they're making something new,
worked up a good
we might
sweat.
as well go ahead and revamp some of the stuff that we love, you know? Like, really, I'm taking hours to grind this just to level up Tifa and Cloud. So therefore, I'm gonna go straight through the game from here. I am a grinder. I will grind out level, max out my character, and then with a maxed out character, go through the campaign. And it's so much more easier after you grinded out your character and you got them up to max stats and things of that nature, and you can just literally just grind out the game with no problems. Especially a game like Final Fantasy where they give you places to grind out levels. Like I'm literally just running around killing up these little sludge creatures or whatever you want to call them.
This won't take long.
It's absolutely amazing that we can do that and have
Would kill for a shower.
extreme success in the game afterwards, you know? Like, I think we need to get back to letting the player be overpowered if they want to be overpowered.
Won't be tough.
Because a lot of times gamers talk about balancing out the game for certain reasons. I feel like there's selfish reasons sometimes, but I can be corrected, you know? If someone feels like I'm wrong for that, okay. Like, people say, well, if the game is too easy, people won't play it. Bull crap. People still play, what is that? What's that game where
Keep those gloves up.
War,
Sure thing, Coach.
Assassin's Creed. I can name tons of games where you're overpowered and you still replay those missions just because it's fun. You throw on your headphones, you go ahead and you go ham. I don't believe that gaming is something that is just niche, or it's something that's just a passing trend or a passing fad, you know? I believe that gaming is a good stress reliever for
That's a win.
a lot of people out here that have ADHD and have like anger issues and things of that nature. It's therapeutic, but only therapeutic if people do the things that they're supposed to do in games, you know, and make it where it's really a cool experience. Not punish the players for being players, but actually reward the players for being players, you know? Make the type of content that they want to play. Make the kind of games that they
just like that,
get
okay?
their hands
I gotcha.
on. I appreciate PlayStation. I'm not gonna lie. I am a PlayStation person. I play on the PS5. I am officially about to get the PS5 Pro. It's a $700 console, but I really want to get into the PlayStation 5 Pro. And I do want to try out this DualSense controller. It's a $200 controller.
If this
But
is what you want.
I feel like that is kind of cool to have a $200-something controller with extra buttons and extra things that we can utilize, you know. I think that's kind of cool. And I do believe stuff like that is needed for gaming, you know. Controllers that help you be more powerful, and controllers that will help you with your game as fighting games
You're good
go
at this.
and shooting games
Told you
go,
so.
being able to put a kit on or pop in some extra armor, you know. It really does something to you that you can do those things now with the convenience of a controller, because we
This
all
won't
hold
take
our
long.
controller underneath,
That's all.
and we really don't use all four buttons.
There!
And
Give
so
your
we
best
do have
shot.
two things underneath that are literally free. And to have those paddles down there so I can pop a med kit or armor kit or whatever I'm doing mid-game while
Worked up a
while
good
I'm
sweat.
running around trying to level up or grind out some caches or whatever I'm
I won't
doing,
lose.
depending on what game I'm on, you know. And I think that's kind of cool. Now, not everybody will agree with that. Of course, the sweaties won't. But sweaties don't.
You're
sweaties,
good at this.
I call them sweaties.
Told you so.
We know the gamer lingo about sweaties. Those are the gamers that are literally in the game, sitting there for hours on end, sweating at the edge of their seat, trying to become the best. I'm not trying to become the best gamer ever. I'm just trying to be the best in the game that I'm playing. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to help my team. If I'm playing a team game, I want to do the best I can. to level up, if I'm leveling up to play a story, you know, because I love my cutscenes, and there's nothing more fun than seeing your character
won't be
go
tough
from 0 to level 999 because you grinded out all those levels, or become level 99 and just 100 levels that you grind out. You know, those things make gaming even more amazing, and I love the fact that you can do that. And a lot of people say that it is.
You're good at this.
Not what it
Told
is.
you so.
It's not. That's not what it is. Or gaming shouldn't be like that, or something like that. You hear a lot of that, but I will say that is not the case. The case of the matter is that we
don't hold back.
You got it.
We want to be the ranger on that planet, capturing, taking out all the bad guys and things of that nature, just being overpowered and
keep those gloves up,
and not having to deal with nothing, or become God mode into a game where no matter what they do, they can't really do anything to
don't hold back.
You got it.
It's over.
And to be able to play games and do things like that is amazing. And to be able to share games that we played a long time ago with our kids, like Resident Evil 1 and things of that nature, which I would love to get a remake of that. I mean, a real overhaul of Resident Evil 1. I think they did it not too long ago. I think it was called Resident Evil 0 or something like that. I gotta go back to check, but I thought they did have a remake for Resident Evil 1. I did play Resident Evil 1, the director's cut. I played all the Resident Evils pretty much all the way up until they went first person with Resident Evil 7. I really don't like those games. I am going to play them just so I can get the story, because just in case they do decide to go back to the third person over the shoulder format, which I hope they do. I think that would be awesome. I know that what they were trying to do was move towards VR, but moving towards VR is fine. Don't get it twisted. I'm all for moving towards VR and everything like that, because I like some VR games and stuff like that. But the VR games that I like are mainly for they are mainly like Beat Saber and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't even mind seeing another Guitar Hero. That was really, I really had
Let's end this quick.
Guitar Hero. Being able to play the guitar without having to play the guitar, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was geeking out trying to play the hardest levels and stuff like that, and there was some really good Guitar Hero
just
players.
like that,
I'm
okay?
talking about people that can play Through the Fire and the Flames on Guitar Hero 3 on like the heart on Expert.
This won't take long.
They were really jamming. They were really jamming. I couldn't believe half the stuff that some of these players were able to do on that game, you know. And I would like to see stuff. You have players literally doing it out online with Guitar Hero or something like that. And all these live service games, I do believe there is a place for live service games, don't get me wrong. There is always a place for live service games. Don't get it twisted. I'm not down in live service games at all, because I play a live service game most of the time, and that is basically that's The Division. That's the only really live service game I really play. I did play Destiny for a while, but Destiny was such a vast thing. I really couldn't get into it because I didn't get into it day one. So I do own Destiny, but being that I couldn't get into it day one, it's kind of hard for me to go to it now and be like, you know, I wanna play Destiny, you know. I can't see myself spending that kind of time figuring out
Keep those gloves up.
where the
Sure
story
thing,
starts
Coach.
and where the story ends, you know. Rest in peace to the commander that was at the base of operations in Destiny, the one we talk to all the time. There's still people leaving flowers and stuff for him. Anyone remembers him, he was the death man in John Wick.
Let's end this quick.
And it's like we grow up with these characters, you know.
That's
And
the way to
there's
do
a
it.
lot of players that grow up with like the God of War games,
I won't lose.
Resident Evil games, and all the good stuff like that. You know, I really appreciate the time and the effort that all the developers put into them. They really put their heart and
No
soul
surprises
into a lot of
there.
these games, and you can tell that they put a lot of heart and soul into these games, and I appreciate that. Apologies. So all the time and effort that you devs put into these games and developing all this stuff, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job. I'm not trying to be toxic about it or anything like that. I'm trying to make sure that we all have some type of dialogue with one another. That way we can benefit from the work that you all do. You all are absolute artists, and there is no way in the world that us as gamers and YouTubers would even have the platform that we have without doing the stuff that you all put out. And we want to put
You're
out
good at
more
this.
content of your game.
Told you
If it's
so.
a good game to put content out for. We can't really put out content for anything that we don't like, because that would just be misleading our audience. And I try not to do that.
Easy.
If it's a game I like, I would put out content. You know? I'm not a real big Call of Duty fan, but I will play some Call of Duty from time to time.
Keep those
But
gloves up.
I'm not
Sure
really a
thing,
big
Coach.
Call of Duty fan. I like the campaigns mostly, and I like the infinite zombies that I can
If
kill
this is
and
what you
stuff
want.
like that. That stuff, I'm all for that, you know. I love doing zombie and midnight kills. Hell, I'm a Resident Evil fanatic, so you already know. So being a Resident Evil fanatic,
Keep those gloves
I'll
up.
definitely be
Sure thing,
on
Coach.
everything zombies. And I'm going to have something for Days, Days Gone and stuff like that. I'm going to replay some of those. I'm going to replay, of course, some Last of Us, because I'm not going to lie, I love the sneak around tactics of Last of Us. It is freaking sick. How you can get some of those kills on some of those guys that are looking for you and stuff like that. It's a real fun game. But I feel like the state of gaming right now is in a transition again. Just like our country right now is in a transition from one president to another. I think that all the times we have talked with the devs and sent letters and emails and things of that nature, not the bad ones. I'm talking about the good emails where they were just telling the devs what they thought or what their feedback was from certain games and stuff like that. I think that was awesome for some of the players to do that. I feel like we're in a transition moment. Like we're not playing the same game.
You're dead.
It's just we're not.
See ya.
There's no other way to put it. Like, we're not playing the same game anymore like we used to. We're not sitting here. We're not sitting here hoping that these games will be what we want once we
Let's
purchase
go.
them. No, we're actually reviewing games now. This is not the same thing as before where we weren't reviewing games. We are actually reviewing games. We're actually trying to see all the aspects of the games. This is something fun. This is something difficult.
Seriously.
We don't now, some players don't want different games Well, you know how that goes. The saying goes is the more difficult the game, less likely people will play it and stuff like that. But I don't feel that because there was a game that still existed on PlayStation 2. It's $50. It's called Boost. It's literally the hardest ninja
Keep those
game
gloves
out
up.
there.
Sure thing,
Like,
Coach.
to this day, it's still one of the hardest games out there. And I would like to see a remake of that. If the studio is still around that made that game, I would love to see. I would love to see a remake to that game. That game is crazy. Or how about we bring back some of the stuff from PlayStation 1 that was really crazy cool? What was it? Zone of Enders? I remember they made some kind of game for Zone of Enders recently, but I'm talking about a full-on Zone of Enders remake. Like we really get
Keep
the
those gloves up.
the mechs
Sure
going
thing, Coach.
like we want them to and stuff like that. That's what I'm really looking forward to. So I want to see what the gaming world will become, you know. What's next? What do you want? Let me know what you all want to see.
You
in
asked
gaming
for it.
coming up. Do you want to see a novel game? Do you want to see a superhero game? What excites you about the game that you play? What makes you think, oh, I'm this hero? Or you immerse in these characters so much that you almost become this character, you know? Like Cloud, one of the characters I looked up
You're
to
good
the
at this.
most because he's
Told
quiet,
you
he's
so.
stoic, he's a real 80s type action pack kind of guy. He really doesn't take nothing from nobody. He's very unapologetic, you know?
That's a win.
And I love that about him. That's one thing I do love about Cloud. Cloud is Cloud. He's going to be Cloud. He's always going to be who he is. He's going to fight through everything he can fight through. And he's not going to take no crap from nobody, you know? Even Barrett had in this game had to respect him.
You asked for it.
Enough.
Worked up a good sweat.
Like I was saying, the difference is between what we were
Let's
getting
end this quick.
post-COVID to what we're getting now. That's something way better. And I believe gaming is going to go back to its roots of making just good games with good protagonists, or making games where we are the antagonists. Why not?
It's over.
That's it. Heroes, they got to be villains sometimes.
Keep those gloves up.
Sure
You
thing,
know?
Coach.
So I always like a little bit of every spectrum. I don't want us all to be just superheroes all the time. Sometimes we can be a little villainous, you know. That's why we play stuff like Grand Theft Auto, where we're thieves or robbers and stuff like that, and we got to go through missions with the FIB. You know, I like stuff like that. It's always awesome to see stuff like that, you know. And I think as video games progress,
This won't take long.
there's going to be a lot of nuances and there's a lot more open world stuff that we can do things that we couldn't do. And I'm not going to lie, we do need more games for mature audiences that kids actually play to,
That's the way to do it.
because I feel like that there is a market for adults that play video games and stuff like that, and I do believe that we have to take that into account. when we're out here trying to produce and put out video games that you have to have something for everyone. Like I wouldn't turn
Let's end this quick.
A mainstream title with a strong male protagonist to a woman protagonist just on hit right.
That's a win.
If you turn a male or a woman protagonist into a male, it hits different. It's just what it is. There's no way around it, and I don't believe there should ever be a gender swap.
Let's end this quick.
Nor do I believe there should be a gender swap for Tomb Raider. Period. I like playing as Laura Croft in Tomb Raider. I like playing her story. Please don't do that. Just don't do that. But I don't believe we're going to be seeing too much gender swapping and all this other stuff from here on out.
That's that. You're good at this.
These gaming companies, while it's hurting,
Told you so.
they hurting. Because they did all this political stuff in these games, and then when they put this stuff out, you're like, whoa, 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 what is this? What is this?
You're dead.
You know? And if you gotta ask what is this, that is definitely not a good question that you want people to be asking about your game. I'm just saying. If we're asking what is this, that is definitely not what you want to hear.
Never in doubt.
I wouldn't want to hear that from my game. I put out a game and then people say, what the hell is this? The only what the hell is this is like, what the hell is this? Why didn't I see this game before? That I don't mind, but what the hell is this? Crap.
I won't lose.
Is usually what we're hearing. It's over. And we don't want to hear too much of that. I'm just saying, we don't want to hear nothing. We want the good stuff. We want the good gold, you know? We want the golden child. We don't want the bad stuff. We want all the fun and the explosions and the cinematic cutscenes that look like you're in the middle of a movie. We want the Deadpool games where he's cursing. We want the Deadpool games where he's at a strip club and when they're taking off his clothes. We want all that stuff. You know? We want the goods. Well, I done leveled up with Tifa and I leveled up Cloud. This is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped. This is my discussion that I had on how I feel about gaming and where the gaming industry is going. I feel like it's going in an upward trajectory now. I do believe there's still some rot that we're getting rid of, but after we get rid of that rot, I do believe that the games that are coming out will be better. This is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped. I am a PlayStation lover, and I will be on PlayStation on fighting games and stuff like that. Stay tuned. I will be throwing tournaments for Tekken 8. So if you are in the Chicagoland area, be on the lookout for that. And I will start up a registration and everything, and then we'll have a nice little venue where we can go ahead, put it on the big screen, and let the fighters fight. Bring your best A game and let's see what you got. This is your boy Anubis Can't Be Stopped, and I'll see you in the next one.